Besides areas, DayCaptain also offers the possibility to organize tasks and events into so-called projects. A project is a more complex task that is there for at least a bunch of weeks, where we can define projects for things that take a little bit longer. How this looks is that on our day view, or on any view where we define tasks and events, we can say, well, for example, on this day I would like to work on some IT project, and you can already see that DayCaptain suggests an area in this case, but we don't want to take this later. Maybe I want to learn or practice Japanese. Maybe I want to do some other, let's say, sport challenge, such as a push-up challenge. And we could organize these into projects if these are tasks that are there for a little bit longer. How this works on the navigation, we can switch to projects, or of course using G+P, and then we can define some projects here for things that are there a little bit longer. For example, some IT side project, or learning Japanese, or just Japanese, and then maybe also a sport challenge here, which then we could also organize to areas. So these projects might belong to an area, such as this IT project might be related to work. So I can, well, look into this and set an area using B, in a similar way like we set areas on tasks and events. And for example, this might be connected to the area IT, so I can set that. Japanese might be, well, self-improvement, and let's say the push-up challenge is also be an S here, self-improvement. And for that, then I can go back to my task view. Now I have projects, and I can select these projects. If I edit my task using E, then I can, well, override the project and area, and a project then has a higher priority. I say, well, the project now is being set, and, well, the area is still shown because the project contains the area IT as well. And now we have a flag here, and I can further do this on the other two tasks. I can either use it here as well in the in this edit view, then search for this project, or directly I can press comma and select a project for this challenge. And all of it again works using the keyboard navigation concept. So for that, I can define some projects to my tasks, and of course they are connected to all the other events that I create. So for example, if I work on this project here for 2 hours, that event will of course also be connected to that project and area. So this is how we can further organize our tasks and events into projects that are a little bit longer there, not just one task, that are there for a few weeks. What is the difference between a project and an area? A project here is therefore, well, any type of project that after a while will be done. So for example, if I work on this IT project, after a while it will be finished. But if we switch to the areas with G and A, these are more like live areas. So these are things that stay there for, well, at least a few years, if not our whole life. So for example, these are things like working on ourselves, or our job, or if we employed, then maybe a job as an employee, and things like that. And that is the difference, and this is how we can further organize our tasks and events.